Security cameras are being brought into the home and they can be very, very affordable. Recently, I bought the Blink mini camera on a fantastic Amazon Prime Day deal. And about 9 months ago, I bought the Neos SmartCam. Not on any deal, but it was already a fantastic price. But which one is better? Let's have a look now. Hi everyone, my name is Sam, and today we're going to be taking a look at these two cameras from Blink, owned by Amazon, and Neos. We're going to compare them, we're going to see which one is better, whether going for the slightly more expensive but owned by Amazon Blink camera, or whether we go for the cheaper Neos Smart camera. Stay around, I'm going to go through everything, and then at the end of the video I'll give my verdict as to which one I would personally go for. At the end of the day, it's up to you. I'll put everything out in front of you and you can make your decision. Now, as a bit of a background, both of these are small wired cameras that connect to the internet. They have different apps, so you've got the Blink app or the Neos app, and you can connect to them. You can view the cameras from your smartphone. It stores videos to the cloud, so you can access them from wherever you are. And both of them work with Alexa, and the Neos Smart Home works with Google Home. So I'm going to put in a little bit of footage comparing the two of these, and you'll see the video quality of the Neos SmartCam during the day. And now you'll see the Blink SmartCam during the day. And I'll have a little bit of video as well of the Neos SmartCam night vision. And then you have a little bit of video quality of the Blink night vision. Now again, it is up to you to make your mind as to which one you think is better. I'll be honest, I think the Neos takes it. Now, there's a couple of things to bear in mind. They're both 1080p. The Blink camera has more FPS, so there's more frames per second. So you will get a smoother image on your video from the Blink camera. However, the Neos camera, it looked sharper, it looked clearer. It's a security camera at the end of the day, and you want to get a clear image because if someone breaks in, you want to see as much detail as possible. You want to try and make out their face. Round two, we're going to look at a little bit at the design of the two cameras. So I'll hold it up to the camera, see if you can see. This is the Blink camera, and we'll turn it around. It's on a movable base like that, and you can pop the bottom off, and if you want to, you can stick that on like so. The Neos SmartCam is like so. A little bit like the Pixar lamp. I quite like that. It's a bit different, so you can have it down as just a cube, or you can pull the base out. But the base doesn't come off. You'd have to actually like unscrew the base. It's not designed to be popped off as per se. I'll be honest, they both feel a bit cheap because they are cheap cameras. In the hand, the Neos, I think, feels slightly cheaper. The plastics feel a little bit more creaky and like that. That being said, the Blink isn't much better. It's got like a nice polished white finish on the outside, which is obviously a bit shinier, a bit smoother. The Neos is a bit more of a matte plastic, but again, it feels cheaper. Now, the functionality of the design though is a bit different. So on the Neos camera, obviously you have this base here, and it can come around and the camera can spin up to sort of like 320 degrees or so. There's not a lot of room it can't go, but I mean, it depends on how you set it up. You've got the USB, you've got a USB on the back as well as a micro USB, whereas you just have the micro USB on there. You also have a space for a SIM card, which we'll get onto later, which makes a bit of a difference compared to no SIM card on there. The main thing that I like about the Neos camera over the Blink camera is the fact that the base is magnetic. So you can stick it on your fridge, you can stick it on any metal surface that would work with a magnet. What is nice about it though is that if you're going to fix this one to a wall, I mean, it doesn't have any screw plates, whereas the Blink camera does, and you can screw it on by taking off that. You can then screw in the little holes and pop the cover over it and then clip the camera on. I mean, it's a bit more permanent, whereas on the Neos camera, all you have to do is stick a little metal plate that they give you and a little sticker. You stick that to the wall, and then you can hook this up. It literally clips onto the magnet because it's magnetic, and then that's it. You're set up. There's no screws. There's nothing like that. That's quite a nice feature in my opinion. The other thing that's good about that is that if you want to move the camera, if the camera's not going to stay there permanently, you can just pick it off. You're not going to have to unscrew anything or find a second base where you're going to have to clip this off and find a second base for it. You can literally just take it off and then put it on a shelf, or put it on the fridge, or put it on any other metal surface. So it's very, very, very good for that. Now, the Blink has a slightly longer charging cable. That does make a difference because they're both not very long cables. So if you've got, like we do in the UK here, you've got your plugs down quite low, probably about a foot off the ground. If you're putting the camera up high, which you'd think you probably would do, it's going to struggle to reach the top of the ceiling on both of them. But the Blink camera has an extra few centimetres. It doesn't sound like it makes a huge difference, but it does a little bit. They both also have the option of getting longer cables. That being said, they're just micro USBs. So in theory, you can get any form of extension, any form of long micro USB, and then there you go. Happy days, you're sorted. The things I like about the Neos, I like the fact that it's a lot more flexible. So you can literally get all sorts of angles out of it. There's tons and tons that you can do with the base. And I love the fact that it's on a magnet. I think that's a really, really clever addition. With the Blink camera, it's a little bit more rigid. Obviously, you do have the option of popping that off. I mean, every time you do it, it sounds like it breaks, which isn't the nicest experience in the world. We're going to take a little look at some of the features of these two cameras. While I go through these features, there will be some features that are only available with the camera for free, and there'll be some features that will be available as part of the upgrade subscription plan. I will go through later what's included for free and what's not included for free and you'd have to pay monthly for, just to give you an idea. But at the moment I'm just going to talk about what features they can do. Both these cameras work with our female friend at Amazon, so you can bring them up onto an Echo Show, for example. If you were to do that, basically you would say, Alexa, show me Neos SmartCam. Alexa, show me my Blink camera. Also works with an Amazon Fire TV, an Echo Show 5, Echo Show 8, Echo Show 10, the new Echo Show that's coming out as well, it'll work with that one as well. Both of these cameras have motion detection, so they'll pick up when someone walks into a room and then they'll start filming. But the Neos camera also has noise detection, which the Blink camera does not. So if there's a loud noise, it doesn't even have to be a loud noise, just to be any noise, and it picks it up, it will start recording. So sometimes maybe if something's not quite in camera shot and it wouldn't have picked it up, but you might hear people talking, someone's walked into your house into a different room and you can hear talking, or a window breaks or anything like that, the Neos will start filming and start listening. So again, 1 point up there for the Neos, because that is an advantage over the Blink. They both have two-way audio, so using the app you can talk to and through the camera, so you can speak to people in the room through the camera. I will play a little video now of what they both sound like.
Test, test. This is the Blink mini camera. Test, test. This is the Neos SmartCam.
And as you probably will agree with me, the Blink does sound better. Now, both of these cameras can download the clips they record straight to your mobile device. So if you've got the app on your phone and you're looking at a clip and you want to keep that, you see something funny or see something worrying, before it runs out of storage and it deletes it forever, you can download it to your mobile device, and then it means that you have it on a different device, so it is safe. So both of these cameras have the ability to mark out activity zones. That means if there's places where you would expect to see a lot of movement, you can mark that so it doesn't pick it up on the motion detection. The Neos camera has something called geofencing. What that is, that's where you can set it up with another device like your phone, and you can make it so that when you leave an area, it automatically will arm. So you can make it so that the motion detection and everything like that will only turn on when you're out the house. A very, very, very clever feature, which you do not get on the Blink. The Blink works a little bit better with the Amazon voice assistant because it's made by Amazon. So you can ask the lady to arm the camera and everything like that, and you can do that very, very easily using this. But you cannot do that on the Neos. Now, round 4 is the applications. Both of these apps pretty much do the same thing. They both have options for multiple cameras, so you can set up your entire house with a lot of these. And if you do set up your house with all of these, then obviously you're going to have a lot more. Obviously, there are more cameras from Blink, so you can get the outdoor cameras and everything like that on there, which obviously goes in Blink's favour. The Neos Doesn't have a lot of cameras. At the moment, they're just doing the SmartCam. So if they do bring out another one, it would be really interesting to see what that's like. But they do have a few different sensors. So they have like the door opening sensors, the leak sensors, and things like that. So you can set them up on the app as well. In terms of things like how easy the apps are to use, which is really the main thing, as long as you can access everything and it's not a pain to be able to do that, then I'm happy. So both of them are fairly easy to use. In all honesty though, if I was going to pick my easiest, it's going to be the Blink. It's just a little bit clearer. Everything sort of has its place a little bit more. You can tell it's a little bit more seamless than the Neos, but they are very, very, very similar. There's not a huge amount in it, so I wouldn't probably make my decision based just on the application, I would say. But I would say Blink wins this round. Round 5 is notifications. This is based on the feature of motion detection. What I've done is I've set these two both up on the wall in our kids' play den, and what we're going to do is I'm going to walk into the room and see how long it takes the cameras to notice me and send me a notification and tell someone that someone's in my kid's side room. As you can see, the Blink camera does win by a fair margin. It is a lot quicker. They have on the settings of the phone app, they have a little thing which is a beta which says early notifications, and it was very, very, very quick. You do not have to wait time between the notifications, so it does win in this round. The Neos was a bit slow. I mean, I don't know if it's going to change your life. It depends on what you want it for. If you're not in the house and you want a notification to see if someone's in, 10 seconds isn't going to make a huge amount of difference, really. Now, round 6, storage. Both of these cameras have cloud storage. One of them has local storage. So the Neos camera has the ability to stick in a SD card in that little bottom slot there. So if you stick in an SD card there, you can store video locally on the camera. Happy days. Easy as that. You don't need to pay any subscription. You don't need to do anything like that. Lovely. You don't get that on the Blink camera. What you do get, and what they're going to release next year, is a little hub that you can connect to the camera. And you can connect to all your cameras, and it will store local video from all your cameras on that hub, which is obviously a fairly good idea. Until they release that, Blink have a free trial going all the way through into the 31st of March next year, which is a very, very, very long time. It's a very long free trial. I don't think I've had one that long before. But you don't get that much time with Neos. After that point though, which is what I'm going to compare now, this is what you're left with. After your free trial on the Blink, the cloud storage you'll have when you pay for your £2.50 a month subscription will be 2 hours of video, which isn't very much at all. And this is going to be one of the main differences between the Neos and the Blink. The fact that the Blink, you're going to have to pay for everything. The Neos, you don't so much. In order to get free storage on the plan, you'll have to pay £2.50 a month. Doesn't sound that bad, I'd admit, but that's not the only thing you have to then pay for. In order to share videos, you have to be on the plan. If you want multiple cameras around your house and you decide that this is the way to go, you need to have the mega plan at £8 a month. Or if you don't want to do the cloud storage plan, you have to pay $34.99 for that local storage box. Now Neos, minus the subscription, will blow Blink out the water. You get 1 hour of video storage a day for 2 weeks. That's 14 hours for 2 weeks over the Blink's measly 2 hours. You can have as many cameras as you like, no charge at all. You could have 10 of these around your house connected to your app, and you're not going to be paying extra for the subscription. You can put your SD card straight into the camera, so you don't have to pay for a hub. You can download the videos that you store and share them for free. You don't have to be on the plan to do it. Now, the only shame with the Neos is that a couple of features you have to pay for the subscription in order to get the features, and that is the activity zones and security scheduling. So if you want it to arm and disarm at certain times, and you want the activity zones where it blocks off certain parts that have regular movement, then you do have to jump on the plan. Now for £2.50 as well, so your 12-second clips go up to 1 minute long clips, but then your cloud storage goes up from 14 hours every 2 weeks to 12 hours a day for 2 weeks. That's 168 hours of storage. 2 hours of storage, 168 hours of storage. So on the Blink camera, you could be paying £5.50 a month more and get 166 hours less cloud storage than on the Neos. Now, whatever we were looking at before, the Neos wins this round hands down. So, as of today filming, the Neos SmartCam is $23.99. As of today, the Blink mini camera is $34.99. I did not pay $34.99 when I bought this. I actually paid a little bit less because it was on a deal at the time, so it was about £10 off on Amazon Prime Day. And then they did a weird thing where if you ordered it through an Echo device, you got an extra £10 off. So I only paid $40.99, which that is an absolute bargain. And £25 for that or $40.99 for that, that would win price, hands down. Unfortunately, it does not. The Neos Smart Camera wins. So, my final verdict, which one is better? They both have pros, they both have cons, and ultimately, it doesn't matter what my opinion is, because it's up to you. I've laid it all out. You can decide which one you'd rather get. There are a few things that personally for me make the difference. I can tell you which one I'd go for, but I want you to know that I am not biased. I bought both of these myself. We've not been sent them. I wanted a couple of security cameras. This one was a great deal at the time when I bought it. This one at the time was sort of the cheapest one available, so I bought that one as well. And I've been getting on well with both of them. But there's only one winner, and there can be only one winner. And if I went to go buy another one, I'll tell you which one I'm going to go buy. I'd buy another Neos. The free cloud storage wins it for me. Video quality is a little bit better. The cloud storage is a bit better. I'm not going to be using the talk through really on these cameras. I'll just pick up the phone and call people that are at the house. That's fine. I'm happy to do that. So it's not, those type of things aren't a big issue for me. But the cloud storage on the Neos is a huge thing for me. The fact that I don't have to pay a penny and I can use it, and I don't have to have any sort of subscription or external hub to connect it to, is a fantastic thing. Whereas on the Blink Mini, after the 31st of March, all of this stuff, all of these lovely features, you're going to have to pay for. So there can only be one winner, and for me that winner is the Neos SmartCam. Now, like I said, it does depend on the way you want to go. If you're looking for a more well-rounded security system for your house, I would probably go for the Blink, because the Blink Mini is a good camera, but you can pair it up on the same app with all the other Blink cameras, the outdoor cameras, the slightly more expensive, better cameras, the wireless cameras, and that sort of, in that bracket, the Blink has to win. But for my personal use and just comparing these two cameras side by side, the Neos does win. So if you want to see what these cameras cost today, and you want to just have a little gander and see which one would be best for you, follow the links down into the description. It will take you to the pages on Amazon, and you can then decide which one you want to go for. Now, I want to thank you so much for watching. If you found the video useful, I would massively appreciate you subscribing and sticking around for some more. And if you enjoyed it, please like the video. Any questions you have, or you want any more opinions from me from either of these cameras, put a comment down in the description. Or if you have other thoughts and other things that you might have experienced with these cameras, again, I'd love to hear them, so please comment down below. But other than that, that's all from me. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon.